absence of a specific roadmap for economic recovery and development from the government, the opposition has taken a bold step to provide the government with its own blueprint titled Out of the Debt Trap and Towards Sustainable Inclusive Development, said SJB MP Dr. Harsha De Silva yesterday. The document presented in Parliament by De Silva on Friday consisted of a 10-point common minimum program for Sri Lanka's economic recovery. Addressing the media, De Silva said,
To provide the government with our own blueprint, we call it a blueprint out of the debt trap and towards sustainable inclusive development, a 10-point common minimum program for Sri Lanka's economic recovery. Because it's been months now since Mr. Wickremesinghe became Prime Minister and now the President. While we agree with his sort of broad game plan for Sri Lanka's economic recovery and development thereafter, there hasn't been any specifics thus far. And I think it's getting inordinately delayed. And that is not helping. People are losing hope and confidence that there is no plan. So what we did was we are presenting, or I did in Parliament on Friday, this common minimum program for economic recovery that almost all the parties in opposition agreed to when we supported the candidacy of Mr. Dalasalahaperuma for president. So I was asked to chair a subcommittee on economic affairs and speak with all the political parties that supported Mr. Alaperuma to come up with the common program, which is what I did. So it encompasses two things. One is something that I had been working on for about a year, which my two colleagues in the Economic Policy Unit of the SJB MPs Kabir Hashim and Iran Vikramaratne fully endorsed. We worked together on it and subsequently approved by our leader, Mr. Sajid Premadasa. We incorporated into that something that Professor Rohan Samarajiva had been working on for many months under the guidance of Mr. Karujal Surya under the National Movement for Social Justice, where they had spoken to a wide range of people, political parties, economists, young people, business people, so on. And those who had already proposed their plans for the economic recovery, and they had come up with a common plan, minimum common plan. So what we did is we incorporated these two things. And so therefore what we have here is actually a very rich document. Rich I mean in the sense of ideas from multiple sources, incorporated into one short 20-page document. And it is not just oh, let's do this, oh, let's do that. No, it is not. It is specific. There are 10 things. And within each of these 10, which I would list down, debt crisis management, monetary and exchange rate policy, revenue consolidation, expenditure control, public sector management, energy and utilities reform, trade and industry promotion, factor market reform, stronger social safety nets, and transparency and accountability. Each of these have been broken down into specifics, and each specific would then have details as to what exactly needs to be done and when it has to be done, whether it is short term, medium term, and so on. So we are hoping that this will become the base document for discussion among the members of Parliament and also outside among universities, civil society, international financial organizations, and so on. So this is now an open living document we can base our discussions on this. Government can take this, they can amend it, others can use it, and we can all hopefully get on the same page after some time and have an agreement to implement it.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.